This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Stacy Jensen. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen. It is Wednesday, May 25th.
Well, a local well drilling company says their truck with thousands of dollars of equipment and newly repaired was destroyed in a crash today. They are just grateful both drivers walked away with minor injuries. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, along with Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies, responded to a two-vehicle crash this morning on Money and Mans Road. According to Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies on scene, it appears that one of the vehicles, a minivan, ran the stop sign. The crash involved a well drilling truck and a minivan, which overturned following the impact. Two people were transported by ground ambulance via Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue with injuries as a result of this collision. Nye County Sheriff's Office auxiliary units were on scene and closed traffic in all directions during the investigation and cleanup.
An old Fremont Street motel is being turned into a bridge housing program to help homeless individuals transition from sleeping in a shelter or on the streets to permanent housing. This project is the latest in a series of Clark County actions to address the homelessness in the community. The ongoing renovations of the former Safari Motel located at 2001 East Fremont Street will turn the former daily weekly rental property into the Betterment community, providing clients with bridge housing for up to 90 days, counseling and employment assistance, among other services. The program is expected to serve as many as 46 clients at one time and up to 184 individuals a year. Eligible clients will be homeless adults without children. The Clark County area is in the process of securing the former Safari Motel for the new Betterment community and is working with property owner who is now upgrading the rooms. Those clients are expected to move in sometime this summer. Clark County contracted with local homeless service provider U.S. Vets to operate the Betterment Community Program, which is modeled after a similar program U.S. Vets operates for veterans. The U.S. Vets program has served more than 5,000 veterans since 2001, and 80% of those served by the program transition to permanent housing each year. Clark County has allocated $4 million to fund this Betterment Community Program for the next 2 years. The program could be extended for an additional 3 years.
And you still have time. There's a class being held tomorrow focusing on mental health. Leanne Luna explains.
I have several mental health awareness classes coming up at the Coalition. First one is next Thursday. That's the 26th at the right side of the Activities Center in the classroom area. It's adult mental health first aid. It's an 8-hour class that trains people how to approach somebody who might be in crisis, keep them safe, and get them to help.
And the second annual Friends of Parkinson's Wellness Symposium held at Valley Electric's Conference Center was a huge success.
This is the second wellness symposium. However, it is the very first one where we're doing a salute to our veterans. You know, we spend a lot of time talking to everyone about all their conditions, and somehow here in Pahrump we overlooked the veterans. So we wanted to honor them by bringing them in and hopefully giving them some tools that they can utilize on how to live well and improve their quality of life. This is a great turnout for vendors, you know, and so many of the veterans organizations from the Pahrump area are here, and they're here because they understand the need, from the emotional support to the financial support and, you know, the medical support. All of those things come into play when you're trying to live a better quality of life. We're going to try to endeavor to have 2 symposia here a year. One is going to be strictly wellness, and the other one is going to be medical. And we like to incorporate all of the quote-unquote chronic illnesses, because as we mature, we're all faced with the same situation, whether you have Parkinson's or something else. So we'll probably be here again in February, so we'll be twice a year going forward.
Anybody who wants to get involved, how can they contact you?
Oh, call us at the office at 702-381-4141, or you can go on our website, become a volunteer, become a supporter. And you know, we also have an office here in Pahrump, and we're going to be posting more on our office here in Pahrump very, very soon. Because, you know, we just talked to someone about wanting to come and work at the office. So we're looking forward to that.
And that's the Friends of Parkinson's, right?
It is a Friends of Parkinson's office.
People want to find out more about Parkinson's, about your office, about group meetings and support. How can they do that?
You can find that on our website at www.friendsofparkinsons.org or anytime. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, we'll be back with more News 25 right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. This segment of the news is brought to you by Sunset Valley Pools. For quality service and supplies, call 775-513-4114.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, a doctor who specializes in cannabis attended the recent wellness symposium held at Valley Electric Association's conference center last week. We find out why it's important to have a doctor help you with your pain management needs when it comes to natural remedies.
So I am a cannabis medicine specialist, and I use the word cannabis to cover everything, all things, both marijuana and hemp. And I educate patients on how to use it as medicine. And so not just what we now have come to know as recreational use, but there are patients that need help, particularly complex patients with complicated medical conditions. And a lot of times just going into your local dispensary is not enough. Those persons there are educated and can help, but mostly if you have a complicated medical condition, you should want to talk to a doctor about it. And so people don't realize that there are doctors that do this now because it has become a specialty in and of itself. And so that's what I do. So this is all very new, right? So I've been seeing patients, teaching them how to use cannabis as medicine for 10 years. And I don't know too many people who've been doing it longer than I have, certainly in Nevada. There are several doctors that are doing it, but there's, at the moment, no particular accreditation. I know that there are those that are working on that as we speak, but I'm traditionally trained as a pediatrician and then happened to become interested in this field several years ago, and then over time have learned the medicine of the plant. And it's all medical to me. Yeah. No matter why they're using it. So yes, just right now experience, and that's actually a pretty good teacher. So I see patients virtually, and so yes, I've seen several people in the state. So I've been around for quite a while. And again, Carmen Jones, MD, and my company is called Wildflower Medical Consultants. And I do virtual visits, so you don't have to leave your home to come to an office. That started pretty much in COVID, and people tend to like it. A lot of people are sickly and aren't able to get out as easily, so wildflowermedical.com.
And what's important about that is also that you're taking into account other medicines that they might be using with marijuana and the interaction. It's important to talk to a medical doctor about this.
Absolutely. And you can't do that essentially when you're walking into a store. One, they're not supposed to. They're not licensed to practice medicine. Now they can help you finding the products that you need. But again, I want to emphasize complex medical conditions. I think the most common scenario is you might say have back pain. So you go in there and you go, I have back pain, what do I need? But that person didn't know about your kidney disorder, your diabetes, your liver problems, or the other medicines that you were on. And that's where the danger comes in my opinion.
And May is National Asthma and Allergy Awareness Month. For some, this time of year brings itchy eyes, sneezing, and a stuffy nose. So what's the best way to relieve these symptoms? Well, according to Cleveland Clinic allergist Dr. Sandra Hong, nasal steroids can be extremely effective.
Making sure that they point them outwards, right nostril, right ear, left ear, because we want to avoid the nasal septum that runs down the center. Because if you point into it, you can get nosebleeds. There are medications that can be prescribed, and there can also be different types of immunotherapy, either sublingual, where we give you tablets under your tongue, or we can actually consider doing allergy shots that are so very effective for our patients.
Okay.
If over-the-counter medications don't improve your quality of life and your nose is still stuffy, you're sneezing or having concentration issues, Dr. Hong says it's time to see your physician or allergist about prescription medications. We'll have more News 25 on the other side of this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, at a recent event, News 25 caught up with a snake expert who says there's so much to learn about the species and tells us how we can find out more.
We've been in existence since the middle 80s, and we are actually an organization that is trying to educate the public about reptiles and their benefits to us rather than killing them, going out and killing them. Educating the owners, the new owners that want to keep them as pets. They don't know what they're doing. It's a new industry. I mean, new. It's not that old. We're still learning on care of these animals, and so as time goes by, we learn more and more. And we have classes that we do. We also have meetings where we have instructors that come down. We are a group of novices. We're a group of horticulturists, and we're a group of herpetologists. And so with that, we get all that education together in one place. Somebody's bound to learn something. And that's what we're after, is to educate the public and get them aware of the reptiles, not discount them as Satanism or anything like that. They need to get educated on the animal they're going after. I mean, yes, an iguana, they're really cute. They are fabulous. But they get to be 6 feet long. And if it's a male, it can have one hell of an attitude. And if you get the wrong one, well, you're in trouble. And a lot of people, when they can't find somebody else to take them, will end up releasing them in the wild, and then we have problems here in our county with iguanas. Same thing goes with snakes. They think these small snakes are really cute until they pick up a reticulated python. A reticulated python can get up to 20, 30 feet. So you got to know what you're getting into. You got to do the research. We have gopher snakes, king snakes, rosy boas, and the like that you can come across in your backyard. So if you get to know what they are, you don't have to be afraid of them. The only one we are afraid of, which I was not allowed to bring, are the rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
And the venom that we have is for rattlesnakes only. We don't have anything else we need to worry about.
And our own Rory Rosell stood in for Darby this week for our Save a Pet segment. Rory introduces us to a beautiful, super lovable male cat waiting for his forever home.
Hi, I'm Rory here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and I am here with Simon. He is very lovey. He's purring. He has this gorgeous gray fur, gorgeous golden eyes. He is a Russian blue, has not been here very long, and he's dying for a home. He loves giving you hugs. Yeah, right? And if you want any more information about Simon or anybody here at Desert Haven Animal Society, please call 775-751-7020. Or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society. And this weekend there's a special adoption event at Legal High on Frontage Road from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They are raffling off gas cards, CCW classes, pet first aid, baskets, and more.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
And as we head into our break and look at the sky, we'll talk about how cute that cat is.
That cute was adorable. But yes, warm temperatures. John's going to have a full weather update coming up.
25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Lovely to see you on a Wednesday. And check out the weather in Fernley and Fallon. 91 degrees. Y'all are weather twins. Isn't that cute? Carson City saw 87. 84 degrees out in Tonopah. It represents the cool spot in the state. Good going, Tonopah. Goldfield hit 86. 95 out in Beatty. 98 in Amargosa. But that wasn't the hot spot. Heck no. Las Vegas, Henderson, 99 degrees. And out in Death Valley, an entirely binary temperature, 111. Wow. All right, here in the Paradise Sprump, let's take a look. 97 is our current temperature. 98 just a little bit earlier. Feeling pretty good, actually. The wind's out of the south-southwest at 8 miles per hour, and that's cooling us off all day long. Sun rose this morning at 5:30 a.m. Setting this evening, 7:51. Picked up another couple minutes of daylight. Fans of the day, you win again. Low tonight, 72 degrees. Look for that as the winds continue out of the east and southeast to 10 miles per hour. And that gorgeous sunset at 7:51 will be just wonderful. As we head on into the week, let's take a look. Cloudy skies next couple of days. Kind of came out of nowhere, but temperatures holding true in the upper 90s. We've got lots of wind next couple of days. We were originally predicting about 16 mile per hour winds. Look like that's have taken an uptick and continuing through Saturday. But by Sunday, calming down to 15. That sounds about fine. Temperatures coming down to 85 degrees. And then we sort of hit rock bottom on Monday at 76 and start the rebuild. So it's kind of a transitional next 3-4 days weather-wise. Make your plans. And back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
All right. Well, you know what? There is an adoption event that we were talking about in our Save a Pet segment, and that's at that place, Legal High, there on Frontage Road. It's right across from Walmart. They're going to have that this Saturday from 10 to 2.
Yes. So even if you see that lovely Russian blue, you can adopt him.
I need to adopt him.
He was adorable.
Also, Fremont Valley High School graduates are walking down that carpet and turning their tassel this Friday night. We will be there to capture it all, and you can buy a digital copy or DVD of that event.
I know, it's going to be great. So you can order in advance. Just give us a call, 775-727-9400. Again, that's 775-727-9400. Order it here at KPVM or at the booth at graduation. We'll both be out there.
We'll be out there hanging out. It's going to be great. Yeah, and of course, we want to congratulate our graduates of 2022.
Can't believe it.
Oh, it's great.
Move that tassel over.
There you go. All right, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Stacy Jensen. Good night.